Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. I thought, gosh, it's only like 7:30 in the morning, but I had to get up early, do my twirl, do my weigh in, add the data into this little sort of presentation I've put together, and yeah, get up, edit it, do it before I'm going out for a walk to Lydiard Park this morning. So I'm really looking forward to that. So I just wanted to get this done and ready to upload later. But so it's different format, and the reason I've done it as a different format is because I've got a lot of data to show on screen. Because I also wanted to record this year of living on World War II rations from a medical perspective to see how it impacted on my health. So we've just done a little bit of a different format. And I'm going to do that every 3 months, one of these, just to update it so people can visually see it on screen. It might be helpful to other people. It's certainly going to be helpful to me just to see how I'm progressing. Anyway, let's get to it. Weight loss over the last 3 months. Let's see. So it's been another good month. £10 down, just under. I either round it up or round it down to the nearest whole number. So as you can see, on the 9th of January, I weighed in at £299. And that was the first day I started eating on a World War II UK rations diet. It took me a few weeks to get into it, as in I was still feeling a little bit hungry. So used to eating lots of food and snacking. That was my biggest thing to overcome. But I've overcome that. And it's going really well. And like you can see, when I weighed in this morning, I was 265.4. Round it down, round it up, whatever, to the nearest whole number, minus £10. I'm down £34. I can't believe that. I'm really, really happy. On the next page, you'll see that I've done a little, I did a face turn. It's so embarrassing, isn't it? Because it really is difficult for me to see my face on screen sometimes. But anyway, here's just a comparison, and I can really see a lot of difference in the chin. So you can see January was £299 and April 266. There's definitely less of a chin there. Still quite a bit of chin, but there's still definitely less. Yeah, and then as what everybody else tells you as well, it's always good to do your measurements, because if the scale doesn't show something, the measurements often will. And the same has gone here. I mean, exactly the same here. I've seen quite a difference, especially in the first month. If you look here, when I started in January, my chest was 59 inches, waist 58. That's not really a waist, is it? I mean, excuse me. My hips were 63 inches, so basically the tape measure wouldn't fit around my hips. Neck 18, arm 13.5. I just measure my left arm. Today, chest 52 inches, waist 46 inches. I'm actually beginning to get a waist. Hips 57 inches, neck 16 inches, and my arm is 12.5 inches. So in 3 months, I've lost a total of 28 inches, and I'm really, really happy with that. Okay, here's a really positive thing, and I've loved seeing this come down because it means my heart is having to work less to pump oxygenated blood around my body. So my resting heart rate over the last 3 months, as you can see, in January, it was 68 beats per minute. And today it's 51 beats per minute. So that means every minute of my day at the moment, my heart is having to pump less, 17 beats less per minute. So that soon adds up. And when you think of the heart as an engine, if an engine is revving higher, it's going to fail quicker, isn't it? By the law of averages, that's the way I look at it. So for me, my heart rate having going down and now sort of stabilizing round about 50 to 52 beats per minute, I'm really happy with that. I'd be interested to see where it goes, because I don't think it'll get much lower, but we'll see. But I hope it stabilizes around that. When I say resting heart rate, it's through my Fitbit, and that takes into account my sleeping heart rate as well. So obviously when you're sleeping, your heart rate is really, really low, down to 40 something beats per minute. And it also takes my resting heart rate on those moments during the day when I'm sat still and not moving at all. So it takes an average of that. Oh gosh, I need to have a drink this morning. So other positives that breaths per minute. I was just going to come on to something else then. I was distracted. Breaths per minute are down by 3 breaths per minute. Again, it just shows I'm not having to breathe so hard. And that has to be a very positive thing. Average steps per day. In January, I was lucky to be getting 3,600 steps per day, often less. In April, I'm averaging 9,800 steps per day, which is an increase of 6,200 steps. And I've started walking this past week or so. I've started going out hiking again, just gentle hikes at the moment. Nevertheless, I'm doing it, and I haven't got any back pain, which I said back pain when walking has now gone. I can't believe it. Stanton Park, out for a walk with 2 of my family. And then other positives I've noticed, I'm no longer breathless when I'm walking up the stairs. I had COVID back in November, and then with the weight gain, I was finding that just walking up the stairs slowly, I was really winded when I got to the top, would have to sit down, which is horrible. But yeah, I can now run up the stairs and I'm not breathless at all. So obviously this has to do with my weight. Anyway, here we go. Running up the stairs without being breathless. I know. I was just proving to myself that I can actually run up the stairs now without being breathless.
Yeah, so every time you need to go downstairs, just make yourself run up it.
Yeah.
When you go back up. Those little bits count, Mum.
They do.
Heart rate.
Absolutely do. That's my eldest daughter Jess shouting from the bedroom. She was noticing that I was running up the stairs. Probably wondered what I was up to, but I guess she knows that I do
without being
weird
breathless.
things like that, so she kind of cottoned on. So I'm feeling happier and perkier. I don't know if you can hear that in my voice, but it probably has something to do with the fact that I can get out and walk now, and I don't have the back pain when I do. Yeah, I just picked these couple of clips in the last couple of days because this was so beautiful. I went for a walk yesterday to the lawns. Listen to that bird song, isn't it absolutely delightful? Just makes you feel so good, doesn't it? Other positives I've noticed, again, I'm rarely craving junk food and I'm not eating in between meals. Can't explain. So eating in a 1940s World War II fashion, I'm having 3 main meals a day, and sometimes I'm having a little snack in bed, which is usually a piece of fruit or something like that. Breakfast, normally always porridge, but sometimes toast. With a bit of fruit if I've got some. I am adding flaxseed to it. Now, they used flaxseed, milled flaxseed in the 1940s in horse food, and you could get it in health food shops. So there wasn't many health food shops, but there was health food shops. There was actually a health food shop in Swindon where I live during the 1940s. So I do have that every morning. Lunch, I normally have a big leafy salad with lots of beetroot and other veggies and some bread. That's what I tend to have. An evening meal is usually a stew. Again, lots of vegetables, some sources of protein. Yeah, I'm absolutely loving eating the 1940s way. Do I miss some foods? Hell yeah. I miss avocados. I guess I miss the convenience of a lot of things, but I'm trying to eat with no or very little convenience foods. I do use some meat substitutes for my meat ration, vegan, so because I'm a vegan, so I use those. But I'm actually phasing those out quite a bit now. I'm just getting back to whole foods as much as I can. But I'm loving it. I'm really eating good portions as well. And I'm not really counting calories, but I have done because I've done it all my life. So I know I'm average on eating maybe up to 2,000 calories a day. So I'm not skimping on my food and I'm still losing weight. So yeah, I'm kind of think the average, what they recommended during the war was the average person would need, this is so weird, would need 1,940 calories, 1940 calories they thought that a woman would need during the war who was fairly active. And I think that's probably what I'm eating at the moment. So I've done a whole wealth of health checks before I started living on World War II rationing. I've had my cholesterol levels checked. As you can see, my triglycerides are okay, but my overall cholesterol is high. My LDL, which is my bad cholesterol, is high. My triglycerides, like I said, is normal. My HDL and total cholesterol ratio is decreased a little, but it's not too bad. HDL cholesterol, which is your good cholesterol, which is vital to have, is a little bit low. So I am trying, that is why I'm adding flaxseed to my food. And I'm going to try and increase that on a World War II diet. My non-HDL cholesterol is high. So these are things I've got to improve on. Now, I did this test with Thriver. I do every year, I test my bloods fully to make sure that I am okay. I did go to my GP for a backup cholesterol test as well, and it confirmed those levels. So I just wanted to do this properly. Now, at the end of the year, I'm again going to have my cholesterol levels checked with Thriver and my GP again. And I also did a bunch of other tests, and I will be doing these at the end of the year. That's through Thriver, because obviously your GP is only going to give you tests that they're concerned about. So vitamin D, protein in my blood, B12, iron, thyroid, liver, diabetes, kidney, and C-reactive protein. So C-reactive protein records the levels of inflammation in your body. These are all really good tests to have done. As I said, I have these done every year. Most of them have been okay, not too bad. Most of them are optimum or good. Sometimes things can get a little bit low. So we'll see, but I will definitely compare those at the end of the year. You'll see my results from before and you'll see my results from after. I'm also going every month for a check-in with my nurse at the GP surgery. Now, she records my weight and my blood pressure and well-being, and we have a lovely discussion for about 10-15 minutes. I really appreciate that, and that's really helping me. And later on in the year, I'm also going to do a session of therapy, probably 6 weeks or so, psychotherapy, counselling, whatever you want to call it, because I do have to address the issues of my overeating, although that's not been a problem at the moment. I do need to address that and have some thoughts around that, because going forward, I want to sustain a healthy weight. And finally, last but not least, the monthly twirl. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I'm definitely beginning to see results now. Everything seems to be going too slow for me. I know, it's crazy, isn't it? I'm losing, like I said, I've lost on average over £10 a month, so I've got to be really pleased with it. I'm feeling the benefits and I'm beginning to see a difference finally. So I'm very, very happy with that. Thank you for listening in. I really appreciate your continued support. I do realize I haven't had much rationing and recipe content recently. I've had a lot going on in my life. There's only so much time I have, but this is something I want to focus on more. And now I think I've settled into a routine with my keeping my eating under control, basically. And I've settled into my 1940s way of eating. It seems to have gone really, really well. I love eating. following a ration book recipe. I love watching everybody's recipes and thoughts and feelings on our Facebook group. People are amazing, and I will definitely be producing more content and uploading them to YouTube and to my blog, the1940experiment.com. So thanks once again. Appreciate you listening in and all your words of support. It's really, really helping me. Thank you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.